All right, many thanks for staying tuned. Those were some very deep and specific statements by the executive governor of Edo State, unambiguous, very clear. He did not only express his disappointments, he has expressed his uncertainty, and he has further gone by saying, if you are loyal, are these acts the acts that I expect of you as a loyal person? So obviously, there is a major issue between the executive governor and the deputy governor on the issue of the deputy governor's ambition, according to the governor, and how he is going about it. I still have Dr. Don Pedro Obaseki with me, and that takes me to my next question, sir. You saw the videos, you saw his statements. A lot of people outside Edo State would like to know what exactly would have been the promises made to Shuaibu when he was going to work against his own political godfather, Oshomole. In fact, we believe that they're even closer than that. Who brought him as deputy governor against the wishes of many political stakeholders back then? What were the promises? You are a PDP chieftain. You may be privy to some very, very tight and informations at the echelon of the party.
Let me just, I think I should just, I was asked that same question in another television program a day or two ago. And I just laugh. Philip needed not to be promised anything. Philip was deputy governor on the whim of Oshomole. And Oshomole had said in a video last week, it trended, that look, even my own deputy who I locked out, whom he locked out of the primaries venue, did not take me to court. Number two, at the tail end of their first term in office, Philip was a political liability as far as I was concerned. I'm saying this now as one of the negotiators of moving the governor to the PDP. The governor insisted that Philip must come with him. So if Philip was the one that had the political clout, the governor will not be insisting, because as at the political arithmetic, the governor was in APC, moving to the PDP. A few years before, Autumn was in the APC, moving to the PDP. A few years before, Aminu Tambuwa was in the APC, moving to the PDP.
Okay, not to interrupt you.
No, let me finish. Let me explain what I want to say.
Okay.
Now, in all these ones, once you are not moving, the party you are coming to, you will give them deputy. So the deputy for Autumn was prescribed by the PDP. Same thing with Tambuwa dropped his deputy of his first term. Now in Edo State, Godwin said, no. This boy I am grooming is my boy. I will go with him. Wherever Obaseki goes, Shuaibu must follow. So nothing was promised to Shuaibu. And it will be mental. Okay, I wanted to be governor in 2016. My elder brother becomes governor. Then now my elder brother is leaving office. I want to be governor. People forget that Oshomole is the elder brother of Philip Shuaibu on paper. Philip Shuaibu's father is the official legal father of Adams Oshomole. Go and check all his papers from the United Nigerian Kaduna Textiles till Labour Congress.
Yeah, adopted legal father.
Of Oshomole taking Shuaibu to school in Kakuri in Kaduna as a small boy. Now, you are from the same village with the immediate past governor. Philip Shuaibu is from Iyamo in Esako West local government area of Edo State.
Edo North, yes.
Adams Aliu Oshomole is from Iyamo in Esako West local government of Edo State. Let me tell you how close they are. If you remember the wahala that happened where they disgraced the Oni of Ife or the Oba of Lagos at the Edo University, Philip rode a bicycle, Okada, to governor. That is how close their houses are. Less their father's house, their family houses are less than 150 meters away from one another. About 7 houses. Now you want the governorship of Edo State. Let's be frank. if you use population, demography, and spread, it is Edo South that should be saying we should be governor, we should be governor, we should be governor, because they make up 62% of the landmass of the state and 60% of the total registered voters of the state, and only Benin City, Ikpobaoka, Ego, and Oredo make up 48% of both the voting publics in Edo State and almost 70% of the total revenue accruable to Edo State. The oil revenue that is accruable to Edo State comes from only 3 local government areas: Ovia Northeast, Ikpobaoka, and Oriomo, and all these are in Edo South. So if the people who are 60% of the state are not crying that they must be governor, if you now take, what advisement will you take from Philip Shuaibu, who is from Esako, who make up less than 11% or 9%, 10% of the state? So it is not even arithmetically right. Philip has not, let me tell you, I don't want to be upset. The election is about value, and the electoral value is based on the ballot box. Philip has never won an election in his own locality, because it's unfortunate that he's in the same locality with Oshomole.
I was keeping something to enrich your argument. Now, aside the fact that I know you, I've been your student for many, many years. I was there in the palace when the Oba, the immediate past Oba, may God rest his soul, awarded you as one of the major indigenes of Edo that have brought pride to Edo. A lot of other names, including one broadcaster, female, I interviewed him that day. So I know your pedigree, I know your personality. But this line of conversation is convenient because everybody or anybody who's listening, who is probably not from Edo State, will say, you are Obaseki, is Obaseki. Probably you are throwing your weight behind your brother. No. But just like I said, it is to throw this open so that you can explain better. It's easy. Because I know that you are also Philip Shuaibu's friend to a reasonable extent.
Yes.
And Philip Shuaibu has a right to pursue his ambition. So combine that together.
No, you know why I went on that trajectory was because of the perception or the insinuation that maybe governor promised Philip something. No, I have spoken with him personally.
Okay.
So, boy, it doesn't make sense. I'm telling you this. I have more access to court. Shuaibu is my age mate. Godwin is 10 years older than me. I'm not being mate. So if I have to relate to him, I relate to him as elder brother. So, and we don't have any social interaction in common. I play football almost every other week with Philip.
Oh, that's great.
You get my point, and I can call Philip. Yes,
it's great. You still kick football. That's great.
Yes, I play football. You know, so, and the truth of the matter is this: myself and Godwin Obaseki, governor, is different from myself and Brother Godwin.
Okay.
You see, now that he's governor, I just stay away. I have not spoken with him directly at least once. Once I've spoken with him, and that was in January 9 in the United Kingdom, where we went for campaign to see the Prime Minister with Atiku. I've not been in the same governance space with Godwin since 2020 elections. Because there is actually nothing.
Okay.
I'm not a commissioner in the state, I'm not a whatever, but I can pick the phone and speak to Philip.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, my only problem was there are political avenues that should have been expertly and expressly explored without going to court. It is the going to court that made Olusegun Orumesi to know that something was going down. Same with every other person. They go court. What did happen? You know, particularly, you know, and when I was watching the governor just now, I can feel the sense of angst, the pain of betrayal. This one, when beside it. Let me tell you, in Edo State, it's not like any other state. Okay, let me rewind a little. 2021, after the elections, the PDP, I was seated there. we had come together. The chairman of the party came to Edo State for us to split between those coming from the APC to join us and those who were the members of the PDP that were there, to split the party offices and the commissioners and everything. And the person that went rogue in public was Philip. He took the microphone and told everybody present, in presence of Ayu, that he wasn't interested in PDP, that it is because the governor was there. That was why Mr. Wike got upset and said, who the hell is this deputy governor?
Yeah, I remember. And the governor still came to the deputy's governor defense. Yes. And,
yes, the governor not just came, he paid people to go on air. He took pages in 5 national newspapers. So what, if he wanted to be someone who will sacrifice Philip on the altar of political expediency, he will side with his brother governor. I told you, when we were negotiating to move, Wike and Co. insisted that PDP must bring the deputy governor. And Godwin said, no, if that is the case, keep your ticket. I can go another party. Because the governor will win anyway. Because at that time, everything in Edo State was Edo not the carry last, Edo not be Lagos, not to fadarism. So it was very clear. And if you look at the voting pattern, listen, don't be offended. Edo has 3 senatorial districts: Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South.
Correct.
In Edo North, there are 6 local government areas. The PDP, where Philip was deputy governor, lost 5 and won only 1. And the one we won with 365 votes, or one West. But in Edo South, we won 82,000 vote difference. So the only places we lost were the places Esako East, Esako West, Esako Central, and in Esako West, where he's from, we lost with close to 10,000 votes in one first swap. That is the background and homing ground of Senator Adams Oshiomhole. So that's why I said, you may say, some people may say, no, on a political level, Philip has he has 0 political value. Now, for me, I feel, I heard the governor speaking just now, it was a preemptive action. But I told myself, preemption to what? It's a different thing when you are preempting something so that you can shoot ahead, or preempting something to avoid something. The Nigerian constitution, you went to court. Nigerians don't even realize that going to court in the first place, Article 1, Section 188 of the Nigerian constitution precludes all courts from interfering in an impeachment proceeding. It's an ouster clause. Now, for you to go to court, there are 3 things they are called injunctions. There is the interim injunction, interlocutory injunction, and the final injunction. An interim injunction cannot last more than 1 week. It's just to say, okay, it's an ex parte motion that the other party wasn't involved when you filed the motion. Now that has passed. You must now go to the level of hearing the substantive case. So what is the substantive case? There is none. Because it is speculative. Your substantive case must be based first of all on a letter that are saying, come, we want to impeach you. That letter does not exist. The Edo State House of Assembly have not had a meeting over it. You don't sue somebody for a crime that is yet to be committed.
In as much as you are correct, the issue of impeachment, when it gets to a level, it happens swiftly. So it's possible within political circles, Shuaibu must have heard 1 or 2 or 3 other things, or just like you said, a preemptive kind of action. But Shuaibu, whether we believe it or not, Doctor, seems to be gathering some kind of sympathy. Adaze Emata was not only special advisor, but became commissioner under Obaseki, and for one reason or the other, stepped aside and said he was no longer going to serve under Obaseki, and raised a lot of issues, and was in clear support of Philip Shuaibu, saying that even if the government doesn't want his Shuaibu's senatorial district to produce another governor, there are ways that he should go about it, and that there are evidences that Shuaibu had been stopped from attending sensitive state council meetings, and even sometimes hindered from carrying out his primary responsibility as the deputy governor of the state. It's all in public purview. How do you react to that?
Let me just help you correct some very huge, almost monumental fallacies. Number one, Andrew Emata was a commissioner appointed by Godwin in August 2021. Fact. On the 26th or 27th, on Wednesday, the 27th of April, Godwin Emata was sacked. Go and check your papers. He did not elect not to support Godwin again. Godwin dissolved the entire cabinet. So Emata was relieved of his position. In fact, when Emata was made Commissioner for Information in August 2021, by December, there was a humongous cry in Edo. It's also in the newspapers that nobody wanted him to. So he was dropped and then moved to Commissionership for Youth. Before he was sacked, they were all sacked. And in June, the governor reconstituted a new ESCO, and Adaze Emata was no longer, Andrew Emata was no longer in that ESCO. It is in reaction, in anger, that Adaze, I have even called him and said, but take it easy. So now on the second level, you said that the deputy governor has been restricted from taking part in his in performing his.
I didn't say it wasn't me who said it.
No, you said I mean, you read it out.
Yes, I did. Yes,
no.
I did.
Okay,
but
I want to place it in proper context.
Okay, doctor, go on.
Context number one. It was after he went to court. If you notice, that was part of the things they've not said in the second hearing. Number two, in Edo State, the governor is holding a meeting of the PDP. The governor is holding a meeting of the PDP in Edo State, and the deputy governor, on the same time on national TV, was hosting the APC Legislative Assembly people in Abuja. It was on television. It was from that time that they stopped him. The governor, you heard what the governor, you played it on this program now.
Yes, I did.
That there was, it was even as if they wanted to remove him. Now, let me explain this to people so that we don't get it wrong.
Exactly.
In May 29th, the new people were sworn in. In June, the governor was to promulgate the State House of Assembly. In June. And what caused wahala 4 years ago was about happening again. The governor didn't want that. So, and only in Edo State, the Edo Central people have never been governor or deputy. So it was agreed that the next governor or deputy will come from Edo South.
From Edo Central.
Or Edo Central. That was is agreed because the last governor was from Edo North and the present deputy from Edo North. So they zoned the speakership to Edo North. But if they zone the speakership to Edo North, I'm a politician, it will automatically preclude that Mr. Philip cannot run. And there was all over the place, it was clear. Philip has about 4 or 5 of the members of the House of Assembly who are on the PDP ticket. So why there was, this is where the real wahala started.
Okay.
That the Philip was trying to, in cohort with the 8 members of the APC, to install
a speaker,
an Edo Central speaker against the political calculations of the state.
A speaker that will be loyal to him, so they said.
The governor did not say a word until the Philip went to court. So immediately that happened, I cannot now, I'm not stupid, you are not stupid, we are not stupid. I cannot be in the PDP and be bringing in, just like Mr. Wike is doing now. We are holding political meetings. We are holding political meetings and we are bringing in Wike into the political meeting. That doesn't make sense. So that was when it is just last month that Philip was being stopped. if you go back to your videos,
Okay.
just in April, just 3 months ago, Philip was still superintending over revenue collection in Edo State, where we found out that 3 million was totally collected. Philip, if you go what is going down in Edo State now, is the senatorial candidate of the APC in Edo South, Valentine Aswen, just came out yesterday with a video that is going everywhere.
I've seen the video.
In fact, Philip tried to stop him from running by closing his petrol station. Philip also controls who runs petrol stations in Edo. He has about 30 or 35. So this is clear. Philip Godwin is the only governor in Nigeria that has ceded political power to his deputy 5 times. Ali Oshomole will lock up the former deputy governor in his house so that he won't come out. The deputy governor under Ngige was fighting to remove Ngige. Etiaba did not wait for Peter Obi. She was sworn in.
Doctor, so that's a harsh thing to say about Oshomole.
Yes. But on a serious note, Philip, I told somebody on air that Edo Obaseki is the creator of his own problem. Yes, because Philip is the one that was made in charge of the committee to build the Edo State Stadium, Ogbe Stadium. Philip was made chairman of the National Sports
renovate the
Festival.
Stadium. Renovation of the Ogbe Stadium.
Yeah, the Ogbe Stadium. That was a massive. It was a tear down of the old one. Okay. You know, so almost like Philip became the most politically powerful and the most visible deputy governor. And that is only based on the governor's magnanimity. That is just the truth. You can see when the man is talking and he's lying. Look at his eyes. When the man was talking just now, I've never really taken time to just listen. It was, you gave me the time now, I was just looking at him. Because he's not a very emotional man. Okay. But I can see him touching on the brink of emotion. And that is not Godwin risk. It is not his forte. But you can see a palpable disappointment. I was shocked. I won't lie. When I saw it, I just picked up the phone and I called him. Boy, yeah, I just said you go court. What did happen? He said, I said, about you, they want to impeach you. He said, they don't tell you they want to impeach you. He said, no, I know. Say they go want. I said, yeah, oh boy, just like that. You see, let me tell you the truth, if they had tried to impeach Philip without Philip going to court, the forces that would have been against that attempt would have been massive. I won't lie to you. People like me, I won't understand. Why do you want to impeach the guy? Why do you want to impeach him? What do you do? You know, Shakespeare says loneliness is young, ambitious ladder. Everybody has a right to aspire. But when the aspiration is based on...
I was getting to that point. Because it seems that if you look at our political chronology in Nigeria, a lot of governors, not all, a lot of governors often have issues one way or the other with their deputies becoming governor after them. So why do you think generally, away from maybe the Obaseki Shuaibu bias, why do you think generally governors are always uncomfortable when their deputies want to succeed them in office, as it were? Because no matter how much we have these conversations, I know you've laid a lot of facts, some people are still sympathetic with Philip, saying that the governor may be pushing it too hard, or, as its characteristics of governors, they're not comfortable with deputies being their successors. How would you, speak to that?
Okay. I would say politically, many people may not realize that the deputies are not usually picked by the governors.
Most times it's true. But this one was picked by his governor.
Yeah,
ironically.
That's where I'm coming to.
Oh, beautiful.
You're a very smart guy. You see, many are not picked by the governors.
True.
So they come in, they are political journeymen. But this one, at least for this second term, was picked by the governor. So the governor might not have ulterior motives. He said it when he was talking, that we came together. we will live together. But even if we are not living together and you are to succeed me, there must be a process. Godwin is such a terrible stickler for process. It is sometimes annoying.
Due process, yeah.
That is just it. If you don't follow it as it is in the rule book, your take-home pay won't take you home. That is how Godwin Obaseki is. And we have come in the last, I know him, I mean, he's my elder brother, but those people have come in the last few years to know this is the kind of man he is. If you can't come bring money for bribe, you are in trouble. If you say, no, Edo people's money is for Edo people, it's not for a few politicians. That is his ethos, and we can't change it. And he has said that he doesn't want to build people, he wants to build institutions. He has said it. So I don't feel that the normal problem between deputies and their bosses, as usually takes place in almost all the states of the Federation, can play out in the Godwin Philip case. Because what their case had been prior to just last month when Philip went to court was a seeming big brother, younger brother, Siamese twins in the political space doing things together. It's the kind of things that Godwin will say. I will keep wondering and say, how do these two people, how do they complement each other? A very prim, proper, aristocratic technocrat of a governor, and my friend, who at times could use words that will shock you. I can still remember the way he described Oshomole. I can't believe that one that time. You know, you almost say
no, but in the end, everybody makes certain statements that can be used against us in future. As we gradually,
you know, they say the internet doesn't forget.
The internet doesn't forget. As we gradually wind up, Doctor, thank you so much for opening up this conversation so that people, especially people, better, because we still have about 1 year and about 4 or 5 months to the governorship election. But let's talk about you briefly, sir. We have just very few minutes, sir. What are your political plans? Because I know you've tried to contest in the past, but as a gentleman, I know you have to bow out to allow certain things happen. I know you are overqualified, you know, to serve even as executive governor of the state, whichever party that throws you up, because eventually the parties are the vehicles. What are your plans, sir? I'll tell you what I'm asking later, but what are your plans?
Nigerians don't, let me tell you, you get the leadership you deserve. I want to be governor.
True.
But Nigerians don't vote for men of truth. They want the one who will come and share money. I don't get money to share.
Doctor.
They want to come and do, no. They want those who will come and do rank. No. Don't come to my house and hail me. You have no business in that space. Because I have dedicated my life to make sure now, at least within the political space in Edo State, to move the mental capacity of our people upward. Because you cannot move a people forward if you don't raise their brain power upward.
Very
and
correct.
It is that elemental gap that is a problem within the Nigerian polity. In the national space, I will fight. It's like there's now I'm in court with Atiku. That is, I am a total support of the court action. I am in court supporting Atiku Abubakar and the PDP. Because first of all, I believe. You get my point? So in going forward, I just have no political ambition. I'm immersed in my farm.
For now.
my media, I have a couple of media licenses. I run 1 or 2 television radio stations.
Yes.
I don't tell you which one will make the president.
We know. We are all in the media. We know, Doctor.
So, and then my farm. I'm a massive farmer. I go there. I go now farm.
So no political ambition yet. For now.
May I not go crazy? No. But I will not. Well, I'm coming now. But I will not sit back and allow any man who lacks capacity to be governor over my state. I would rather die. Irrespective of the political engineering and shenanigan of anybody, that is from the man who walks on the street to the executive governor of the state. They must give us a governor. They must bring out persons who have the elemental verve to move Edo forward. We will not be caged in the politics of the past. And I'm sounding this one as a clarion call To everybody who thinks that way, forget whether my papa and my senior brother be governor. But if my senior brother go support person when no go fit carry us go forward, now the same power when I take talk for years so now we will take naked the person, because the collective commonwealth of my people is of primal consideration and not some closed circuit arrangement behind the sanctuary of locked doors. The processes that Adams Oshomole used in bringing my elder brother Godwin Obaseki to power in 2016 will not play in 2024. I am saying this with the spirit of my ancestors and the power of God above.
Thank you so much. All right, it's a beautiful place to leave it, Doctor. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for your time.